into reality TV. Huh?
Oh, great.
Okay, so what's your name? Stacie, what's your last name?
Stacie Leland.
Leland. And so how long have you been with Trans Systems?
Almost a year and a half now.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Great. And when did you earn your license?
About a year and a half ago.
Oh, okay. And where's hometown?
Hometown was Michigan, and I moved to Hillsborough.
Oh, interesting. Were you familiar with the whole sugar beet operation and the whole?
Nope, I was new at it. I started at summer construction, and then moved to beets when that was done.
So what made you get into truck driving?
Change of career. It's more money, and I always wanted to do it since I was a teenager, so I finally got up and did it.
What did you do before you got into truck driving?
I was a CNA in a nursing home.
And so you decided that you'd give truck driving a try, huh?
Yep, big change.
What about driving truck do you like?
I like the freedom of it, and I love to drive, so Trans Systems has been really good company to work for. Yep.
One of the things that we're always trying to improve, of course, for any of the drivers, but especially our female drivers, is kind of your experience, here. Can you talk to me a little bit about what's your experience been like here? What I guess maybe what you thought it would be like when you came in?
I didn't know what to expect. Everybody's been so nice and helpful. They don't mind putting oil in the truck when I can't reach. But yeah, they've been very helpful, and if you need anything, just ask them. They'll come out, they'll take a ride with you, show you things. So it's been very, very good.
But did you have any preconceived notions about the industry, truck driving, the industry itself?
A little bit. I did some driving on my permit a couple of years prior to getting my license. So I did have some local experience in Michigan for about 6 months.
Was that negative or positive?
The company that I was driving for, they didn't take very good care of their trucks. Things were always breaking down on you, and they'd send you out with a broken truck, and I just wasn't happy with that. So I was kind of afraid that, another company would be the same way, and they weren't. I have a problem, bring it right into the mechanics, and they're out there fixing it for me, so it's been good.
What were you looking for? I mean, you obviously had some experience, so you kind of had an idea of what kind of truck driver job you wanted, right? I mean,
yeah, I didn't want to go over the road. It doesn't entice me at all. So I wanted to stay local, and this is perfect. You do the same runs all the time. They'll switch you around from a double to a single, which is nice. So you get different routes to go on. So yeah, it's been really good.
Have you had any much interaction with other female drivers, other gals working for Trans Systems?
Not really. Out west I did. There was more women out west than there was here. Last year I was the only female here in Hillsborough, so I did see some women on the road through Trans Systems, but out west there was a few of them. I wish there was more.
So what about it works for you? I mean, is it the schedule? Is it the equipment? What about working for Trans Systems is working for you?
The schedule is really nice. You have 4 days on, 2 days off, which is nice. You can always pick up extra time if you want. The pay is really good compared to what I used to do, so that helps out a lot. The trucks always run good, and if they don't have, if yours is broken being fixed, they usually have another one right there for you, so you don't miss too many days on downtime or anything like that, and you're not stuck usually out on the road, because they're really good at fixing them and getting you going.
I talk to people that are thinking about coming to work for Trans Systems all day long, and And so one of the things that I say is it's hassle-free. It's touch-free, hassle-free. Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
Oh, I definitely agree with that. There is no, you're not moving around pallet jacks, unloading your trailers. You just press a button, basically get out of your truck, press a button, check your trucks. If there's anything wrong, like I said, you can just ask somebody, they'll come help you, check it for you if you're uncertain, because I'm new. So there are a few questions I have still here and there. So yeah, it's definitely hassle-free. You basically check your truck, get in it, and start working.
Yeah. Is that what you enjoy the most, is driving? I mean,
Yes, I love driving. I do.
yeah.
So as many miles I can get.
Now, have you been through the simulator?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And did you have any thoughts on about it before when they said, okay, we got to take you off the road here, you got to go through the simulator? What were you thinking?
I did it last year, and yes, I did. I was a little nervous about coming in. I'm not good at video games, but you get used to it. It's really different, but it is informational. So, did learn something.
Did you do the skid pad?
Yes, I did. Yep, on the ice, and they tell you to put it right in neutral, and it straightens the truck out. And it's neat how the steering wheel, you can feel the steering wheel move when you go in a ditch. Or, unfortunately, I crashed on the last part of it. But no, it's a good training tool.
Did you have a kind of a negative or positive connotation when you were coming into it? What did you think?
Before I came into it, I had a negative attitude about it, because how can you teach me to drive a real truck by using a video game? But it's almost so real that it's better than being out on the ice and getting stuck. So it's a good practice tool.
Did you know those techniques?
No, I didn't know to put it in neutral, and I knew not to hit the brakes when you start sliding on ice. I did know that much, but not to put it in neutral.
So have you had to use any of that?
Not yet. We actually had a really good winter last season, so and hopefully I don't slip on the ice.
Now, when did you start hauling doubles?
Last summer construction, the first one. Yep, 2014.
Were you a little bit weary of that, or were you?
No, I was gung-ho about it. I just figured, it's just a longer trailer behind you. It's actually a little easier than the 43-foot, 48-foot, because it just seems to turn nicer, I think. So I wasn't really that intimidated about it.
What would you say to other drivers? Because I talked to a lot of people that are very apprehensive about the doubles. What would you say to them?
Try it. It's really not that much different than your singles. You still have to turn basically the same way, and your pup just follows you. Yep. So.
Not that hard at all, huh?
No, not really.
Did you get some training from Trans Systems before you started in on the doubles?
Yes, I did. Yep, they trained me a few days before I got in the double by myself, and like I said, I was kind of a new driver. I had done the straight truck, but never doubles, and I was out west, which is a little more traffic out there, and less courteous people. So
it was on your schedule.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Like you didn't until you were ready to go do that.
Yes. Yep. So.
Cool. Is there anything else you guys should talk about?
Your friends, your female friends that know you work here, what would they be afraid of if they did this job, and what do you say to them?
They ask me how I drive such a big truck, and I tell them it's just like a car, it's only bigger, and they think that it would be fearful to get behind the wheel of such a big vehicle, and it's really not. You have a better view when you're driving because you're up higher and you can see things, and it runs just like a car.
So tell me about the paddle shift. Was that something that attracted you to Trans Systems, or did you?
The automatic is nice to have. The clutch gets very tiresome when you drive it for a while, when you're driving a standard, so having the automatic is much easier to drive.
Now you drove another truck back in Michigan, right?
Yes.
Can you compare and contrast the seat in your old truck versus the seat in your Trans-Systems truck?
These seats are much nicer. They go up really close. They raise up, which is nice, and down. So, and they're just comfortable. You know, they're not as hard as the older ones, and they have a little more bounce to them, so you don't get as sore driving all day.
Yeah, yeah. Is there anything that you would like to say to like other women that may be thinking about a career in driving?
Try it, you know. I mean, if you like to drive, it's just like driving a vehicle, and it's a good career to get into. You know, it's something you can, I had a nurse once tell me it's something you can do till you're 60 and older, you know. It's not like you have to retire soon or you're going to get hurt doing it, or, you know. So it's just, it's a good career to get into for women.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can do it.
Yeah, because being a CNA, you know, you're moving big people around, and she said, you're not going to be doing this at 60, you know. She said, but you can drive till you're 60.
How about the culture at Trans-Systems?
Very friendly. There's some wonderful people who work here, then very helpful, you know, so, which is nice.
Awesome. Well, I don't have anything else. Thanks for your time. If we do use